Welcome to Mindshock. This is Christmas Eve 2024. Bruce McGuire live with you tonight. Is this end times? Sometimes it looks like it. We'll be going over the Christmas season, latest developments this year, as well as an open Q&A for whatever listeners, whatever all the mind shockers out there want to discuss in typical mind shock fashion with logic and reason at the forefront. If you want to help support the podcast, you can donate to our PayPal. Just check the link in the description. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, the Bruce McGuire channel, the home of Mind Shock. Like and share Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and Patreon. Patrons do get priority for case topic logical analysis, co-podcast, or requests. You can also be a guest in the podcast depending on your tier. Questions, comments, theories, thoughts, suggestions, rebuttals, debunkings of any kind, leave them in the comment section. Or if you are here with us live, just drop them in the live chat. I'll try to get to each and every one of them. You can also become a free patron. The free tier will also give you updates on all the lives and latest episodes if YouTube is not doing that. You can also become a YouTube member right here on YouTube, help support channel that way. So, how is everybody doing on this festive night? Welcome Craig Edwards, Flat Bob, Truth Trollette, Scott Hawkins. Scott, have you been here in a bit? For some reason I don't remember seeing you in a bit. What's going on, Scott? Flat Bob. Happy holidays to one and all, depending on whatever holiday you celebrate. Sarah Catherine, welcome, welcome. Merry Christmas. Scott says, I haven't been in here in a minute. Busy time of year. Yes, indeed. It is quite busy, busy, busy. Oh, man, what are we talking about tonight? We're talking about Alien Santa. Are we going to talk about interdimensional Alien Santa? I don't really want to go over Santa Claus is Satan. Acronym for Satan. Satan's claws, selling your soul for material possessions and gifts. That's in the Christmas Conspiracy episode. That'll be back up tomorrow, so everybody can watch that live in a live premiere on the Mindshock Occult Christmas Conspiracy podcast. Thank you so much, Pete PDP. Thanks for the support. Happy holidays as well. Aaron, welcome, welcome. Joyous Christmas indeed. Flat Bob wants to talk about Bigfoot Santa. Oh man, okay. I think we have to talk about the Bigfoot Santa theory. Now, is it time traveling interdimensional Bigfoot Santa from Hollow Earth? Nathan Reynolds kind of blew the lid wide open on interdimensional time-traveling Bigfoot Terminators from Hollow Earth sent by the Prince of Darkness. BB says Santa just means saint in Spanish at least. Well, that's the built-in plausible deniability. Thanks for reminding me, by the way. I have to get the plausible deniability podcast set up. Hold on one second. Let me get that scheduled. Maybe I can premiere that tomorrow as well. That was a really good one. Because it's like there's built-in plausible deniability into everything. So that way the coincidence theorists, the authority worshipping cultist bootlickers, they can just point to the plausible deniability and pretend it wasn't built in as plausible deniability. But here on Mindshock, we don't fall for fallacious reasoning such as that. Huh. I wonder where that plausible deniability podcast was. I double-checked all 5,000. I have all of them except for Anti-Flat Earth Grifters Exposed Part 1. And Nathan Reynolds Part 2 got taken down from this channel. So those are the only two. Okay, yeah, I have a copy of plausible deniability. Okay. So I will set that up for tomorrow as well. Alright, so are we talking Bigfoot Santa, interdimensional Bigfoot Santa? Flat Bob wants to talk about fire-breathing Sasquatch Santa. But wouldn't it be Yeti? Because he's from the Arctic, from Arctic, from the Arctic. So shouldn't it be Yeti Santa? Shouldn't it be Yeti Santa? Okay, this is the question. Should it be Bigfoot or Sasquatch Santa or Yeti Santa? If only we had Steven Seagal to consult. By the way, it's going to be a Steven Seagal type of Christmas. The entire Steven Seagal series will be streaming Christmas Day. I would say Christmas came early, but it didn't. It's going to be right on time. For 24, it's actually, I think it's 27 hours. It's between 24 and 27 hours of Steven Seagal on Mindshock Christmas. So I'm sure everybody's looking forward to that one. Steven Seagal receipts will not be silenced. I wonder if that's the real reason the Mindshock channel got taken down. Was it the Seagal series? Craig asks a very good question. Why is there no interest in celebrating Festivus for the rest of us? That's a good question. How many are here for Festivus? Austin MP88, thanks for uploading the Reptilian episodes again. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. I do have part 3 coming up. I just want to get caught up with the entire archive before doing too much non-live new stuff. But, yeah, I mean, we gotta do lives on some of these special occasions, like Christmas, of course. Flat Bob says, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yeti, I'm not hearing a difference. Okay, well, Sasquatch and Bigfoot are, I mean, Sasquatch is kind of the Native American version, I believe, right? But it's basically Bigfoot. Yeti is the Arctic version. Yeti is, white Bigfoot. Yetis are basically albino Bigfoot. Let's, let me see if I can get an image of, let's see what kind of, oh, that's funny, Flat Bob. Albino Bigfoot. Okay, so, yeah. Are we talking Bigfoot? Is there a Bigfoot Santa? So if there are interdimensional reptilian shapeshifters, would they be playing mind games? Why haven't they unleashed an interdimensional Bigfoot Santa into the mix? What does everybody think? Is there some kind of as of yet undiscovered Illuminati conspiracy psyop involving Bigfoot Santa? I mean, these are the important questions that Mindshock dares to ask when no one else out there does. Let's see what we got here. We got Bigfoot Santa in the house. Oh, man. Bigfoot Santa out there delivering the gifts. Nothing will stop Bigfoot Santa. Aaron knows it's important to discuss these topics. Flat Bob says the fact that it's not being talked about is proof they are covering it up. Is this channel gonna get shut down because of Bigfoot Santa? Oh, man. Oh, man. Something else is here. Welcome. So that's the... Sarah says, I've been watching the JonBenet Ramsey documentary. So sad. Yes, indeed. Justice delayed is justice denied. A saying that is not said too often, but yeah, I mean, it's been so long. And, I mean, you know what's really crazy, though? Perhaps, and I talked about this a little bit, perhaps the reason it's not officially solved is because it does intersect Epstein, Maxwell, the Illuminati cabal, the Judge Long confessions talking about Moscow, Idaho, on the satanic highway of satanic ritual abuse. Austin MP88 says, have you ever heard of the battle rapper Daylight with a Y? He has a song called Merovingians and a lot of conspiracy themes in his lyrics. That's interesting. No, I have not. But that's pretty interesting. There's a couple of really cool bands out there. I think Jedi Mind Tricks did a bunch. They're pretty underrated. Obviously, Immortal Technique. We talked about him. Actually, the greatest conspiracy song ever. I should have that back up in another week or so as well. Scott Hawkins says, "Hey Bruce, have you ever done a video on Alex Jones, Bill Hicks conspiracy?" Yes, I did an incredible deep dive on that. That'll be back online within the next few days as well. Before the year is out, my friend. I mean, I should have most of the big ones up before the end of the year. So within the next week or so. Let me double check that one. Yeah, I should have that one actually. Yeah, I can have that one up tomorrow, actually. Well, we're doing the Seagal stream, so day after tomorrow. Before the end of the year. It'll be up before the end of the year. Nerdic says, "What do you want, buddy? What do you want?" Flat Bob says, "I can't wait for the Mandela Effect deep dive." You know, there was another Mandela Effect. Who's ready for this one? So I was looking at my Joe Pesci catalog, and there are two films I totally do not remember in the Joe Pesci catalog. Because I thought I had seen every single Joe Pesci movie. I'm a huge Joe Pesci fan. Truth Trollette says, "It hurts to laugh. My head is killing me." Why is that, Truth Trollette? Tired? Saddlebum says, "The Hendersons. You talking about Jean..." Oh, I thought you were talking about Jean Bonnet for a second. Somebody else was talking about Jean Bonnet. Bigfoot Santa looks a tad like Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. Alright, let's see if we can get an image of Yeti Santa. Okay, so... I think we gotta play a trailer. Okay, we gotta do a segment on best Christmas movies. What has everybody got here? Do you want to start with that? Best Christmas movies. What does everybody have? Should we subclassify? Best Christmas movies, best horror Christmas movies, best action Christmas movies. I mean, I think Die Hard's probably going to be up there. You know, we should kind of rewrite that Yeti Seagal movie that never got made. With Seagal wanted En Vogue in the cast. That would have been just absolutely fantastic. What if it was Yeti Santa? What if it was Yeti Santa versus Steven Seagal in the Himalayas? Like, the Yeti Santa's getting ready to get out there and deliver all the gifts. And he doesn't count on encountering the one and only Steven Seagal for some reason traveling with En Vogue. I mean, these are the movies we were robbed of. Perhaps Hollywood wouldn't be in the hole it is today if they had just listened to Steven Seagal. Gregorio Rosso Pallavicine, sorry if I messed up your name. Home Alone, yeah, that tops a lot of people's lists. And Christmas Vacation, yes, Scott Hawkins. Something else is here says dehydration can cause headaches. Yeah, dehydration actually causes like 90% of random health issues. And leads to far more severe health issues down the line. You gotta hydrate properly. Who knows the cheat code for hydration? You could do ice cube under the tongue for super quick hydration. And of course, pickle juice. Raw pickle juice. It's kind of like an old sobering up remedy for people who are drunk, but the reason it works is because you get all those natural raw electrolytes. Yeah, a lot of people like Christmas Vacation. Saddlebum says Trading Places. I don't think I've seen that one, actually. You talking about the original, the famous one? I'm not sure I've even seen that. I mean, I'm sure I've seen it in the background on TV somewhere, but I don't think I've ever actually sat down and watched it straight through. Sarah likes a Charlie Brown Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna play the trailer for my pick for the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Before I do, Flat Bob says Jingle All the Way. That's outstanding. That's top three, no question. If anybody guesses, I kind of just revealed that it's not Jingle All the Way, but if anybody guesses the movie trailer I'm about to play for the greatest Christmas movie of all time, there will be a wrench in it for you if you don't have one already. Last xylophone in the house here. Christmas Vacation. Yeah, that's probably going to win, actually. I'm actually surprised nobody says A Christmas Story. Elf. I haven't seen Elf. I can't really stomach that goof. I don't even remember his name. Austin MP88 says Grinch. Yeah, a lot of people like Grinch. Nightmare Before Christmas. Aaron says White Christmas. White Christmas. Have I seen White Christmas? I don't even know if I'm familiar with that movie. Are there any time-traveling Christmas movies? Like modern ones? Are you talking about White Christmas from 54? I wonder. If I have seen it, it wouldn't have been... It would have probably been... Early 90s would have probably been when it was on TV. I definitely have not seen it in the past few decades. In the past 2+ decades. Flat Bob likes Frosty the Snowman. Alright, so make your final guesses. All the while in here, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I haven't heard people called filthy animals in a while. Is that making a comeback? I kind of like that. I kind of like that. That's cool. Filthy animals. Okay, we gotta look at some clips here. I got some clips, and then I'm gonna play the trailer. It's probably gonna get a copyright, but whatever. We're having some fun tonight. Put in your final guesses for the trailer I'm gonna play for the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Jingle All the Way is up there, though. That's definitely up there. we should have done a watch party on that. When Arnold punching the reindeer is hilarious. Who said you could have my cookies? Oh man, what a classic. What a classic. And then Sinbad, somebody brought up Mandela Effect. Shazam. Okay. And then they actually made a Shazam movie recently, so that's, yeah, it's all quite weird. All quite weird. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody the Pesci Mandela. Okay, hold on a second. We got a lot going on here. So the Pesci, apparently, let's go to Pesci's filmography. I thought I had seen every single Pesci film. Apparently, he did With Honors 1994 and Jimmy Hollywood 1994. Like, where did these two movies come from? What kind of timeline was this? I mean, I've religiously watched every single Pesci movie. I don't really get how I just did not know that these existed. It just doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense. Who has seen this that also maintains the Berenstein and not Berenstain timeline? So in this timeline, I mean, riddle me this. So I'll put the posters here, because look at these co-stars here. I mean, you would think these would be like the biggest movies when they came out. And I watched a lot of movies back then. A lot of movies. I've never even heard of these. I must have visited Pesci's filmography on IMDb quite a few times within the past few years as well. Nothing. Nothing. They weren't on it before. And now all of a sudden, there are these two movies that came out of nowhere from 1994 with these major A-listers. I mean, look at this. This is With Honors with Brendan Fraser. And look how Pesci looks. I mean, who remembers Pesci looking like this in this film? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, we're going from Yeti Santa to bearded, long-haired, homeless Pesci and Brendan Fraser with Honors 1994. Who has seen this? It's got a 6.7 on IMDb as well. Pesci and Brendan Fraser. What timeline is this? What timeline is this? And then we also have this other film, and Pesci didn't even do a lot of movies. He's coming out with all these movies in the same year. So Jimmy Hollywood, Pesci, and Christian Slater? Who remembers this? Who remembers this film? If I would have definitely seen it. I'm a huge Pesci fan. If this existed, I would have seen it. What kind of Mandela is all of this? Where is everybody here? Scott says he's from the Berenstein timeline. Yeah, because it's kind of weird, too, because it's a false dichotomy. I mean, if there's different timelines merging, there's a theory that in 2012, the world kind of ended, or at least timelines split and recombined, etc., whatever. And so some people supposedly remember Berenstain. I'm not even 100% sure I believe them, but let's say that there are two or more timelines. There's a Stein timeline and a Stain timeline. Les Xylophone says Casino was the shiz. It sure was. That's probably the Pesci movie I've seen the most time. Also, The Super is pretty fantastic with Pesci. Underrated. Ernest Saves Christmas. Flat Bob. Wow. I haven't thought about that film in forever. The Ernest movies. Ernest Goes to College was hilarious. I don't even remember all of them. They made quite a few, didn't they? Winnie the Pooh and Christmas TOO is another favorite from childhood. Flat Bob says, you tempted me with a wrench. All I can plead with is I was your first member on this channel. Were you? That's pretty impressive. I mean, that is a credential that cannot be easily dismissed. Juelva says, God Jewel from Sweden. Les Xylophone says, Scrooge with Bill Murray. Rachel says, is it Rachel or Rochelle? Miracle on 34th. Oh, All the While said, Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. I do have, I have a filthy animals clip for everybody here, but hold on a second. Who remembers? Okay, something else is here says, I remember With Honors, but only saw a few minutes of it on TV once late at night. What year, approximately? How does this... if this movie existed, I would have watched it. I mean, come on. Pesci is some kind of homeless bum? and Johnny or Jimmy Hollywood, Pesci and Slater, that seems kind of like it would be kind of a big deal in 1994. Both of these films look like they would have been a big deal. Has anybody ever heard anybody reference either one of these films anywhere ever? So something else is here says late 90s. No, I mean, I would have watched them. I mean, like, I praise The Soup. Nobody really talks about The Super with Pesci either, but that was totally this timeline, and I've seen it. I'll watch anything with Pesci. Aaron says, why do people remember Bruce? Remember what? Berenstain or Berenstein? Les Xylophone says, it's CERN, very possible. Okay, anybody other than something else is here, remember With Honors or Jimmy Hollywood. I mean, come on, Christian Slater was so huge in the 90s. Like, these two films just emerged from the ether. And Brendan Fraser was kind of big, too. 1994? Alright, so Fraser's big movie was Encino Man in 92. So he's coming off of Encino Man. He's coming off of Encino Man. And nobody's ever heard of this movie with Pesci? What is going on? What is going on? And so Pesci came out with Casino right after. But of course, I mean, Pesci's also coming off. Pesci's coming off of A Bronx Tale, and then he did Jimmy Hollywood and With Honors in the same year, 94. So he's coming off of Home Alone 2 in 93, Bronx Tale 93, My Cousin Vinny 92, Lethal Weapon 3 92, JFK 91, The Super 91, Home Alone 90, and Goodfellas 90. And nobody's ever heard of this movie? Jimmy Hollywood? Oh, man. Gigi Reggio says, no, first for me, and I had a thing with Pesci too when I was younger. I liked that he just grabbed an Oscar and didn't say a word. Oh, that's awesome. Les Xylophone says, I was watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie with Ivan Ooze in the 90s because I was a lad. That's a great film. I'm actually going to be doing a Power Rangers deep dive, by the way. There's a lot of backstory with that film. Aaron says, maybe people remember because we are spiritual beings and we have eternal memory in the heavenly realm, so our memory down here can get erased, but we still remember. Yes, cosmic consciousness, if you will. The Akashic Records. A lot of theories of that. I talked about that in a few podcasts. All right. One step at a time. Les Xylophone says, Encino Man was legit ASF. I quote it regularly. Indeed it was. Indeed, one of the great films. No, but seriously, is anybody else not bothered by the fact that these two movies were either completely memory hold or never existed in the first place and are a product of the Mandela Effect? Because again, I mean, for the people that are hardcore Pesci fans, like, I would have watched these films if I knew they existed, and I distinctly remember checking IMDb quite a few times to make sure I didn't miss any of Pesci's films. Something else is here said, I thought Jimmy Hollywood was Joe Pesci and Michael J. Fox. You might be confusing Doc Hollywood. Doc Hollywood's actually my favorite Michael J. Fox film. That was Doc Hollywood, and I believe that was a little bit later in the 90s. Doc Hollywood's pretty underrated. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. That was 91. That was before this movie. Huh, interesting. So Doc Hollywood was 91. This was 94. Aaron says, I recall the poster design for Jimmy Hollywood, never saw the film. That poster is actually, there's a lot of movies that have that similar poster of guys with that pose in front of a pool with some palm trees in LA. So, I mean, there's a ton of movies with that kind of poster. Les Xylophone says, what if it existed in the other universe and was carried over? Yeah, maybe. Alright, so let's get ready here. You filthy animals reminded me of this clip, so let's watch this clip of some filthy animals. Who will know what kind of filthy animals these are? Let's get some WCW up in here. Who remembers the Filthy Animals from WCW? This ain't Roller Jam, but it's pretty good too. Got Rey Mysterio without the mask. Man, Billy Kidman was kind of awesome, wasn't it? Got some filthy animals in here. Whoever said filthy animals reminded me of this. The WCW Filthy Animals. Flap Op says Rey Mysterio is my favorite wrestler, him and Lex Luger. Lex Luger was awesome. Lex Luger was definitely one of the unsung greats. I liked him way more than Hulk Hogan. I never liked Hulk Hogan. I don't know. I never understood Hulkamania. I did like his TV show Thunder in Paradise, though. That was a classic. Who thought we'd be watching WCW's Filthy Animals on Christmas Eve 2024? I'm kind of more of a Roller Jam fan these days, because Roller Jam is like pro wrestling, but for real. Billy Kidman's Shooting Star Press was pretty cool back then. A lot of people hadn't seen that. Eddie Guerrero was awesome, but that frog splash is so basic, though. I mean, come on. That is basic. Yeah, no disrespect to the great one, Eddie Guerrero. But I mean, a frog splash is kind of basic when you got guys like Billy Kidman doing shooting star presses. Scott Hawkins says we're gonna get some Roller Jam footage for Christmas this year. I'll see what I can come up with. I couldn't really find too many themed events, though. I mean, they might have aired on Halloween and Christmas, but they look like they were pretty standard events. Like, indistinguishable from any other air date. Alright, so, let me play this trailer. See if anybody got it. Whoever guessed this movie will be getting a wrench for Christmas. You filthy animals. Okay. Buckle up, folks. This is gonna be pretty crazy, and it's actually tangentially related to the filthy animals, believe it or not.
Grandpa, I want the truth about Christmas.
If it's the truth you want, then it's the scary truth you're gonna have.
According to the Book of Claus, Santa, Satan's only son, lost a bet and was forced to spread Christmas cheer. But now, all bets are off.
Santa?
Yes, there is a Santa Claus. Ho, ho, hoes.
Santa Claus is not a myth or a legend. He's real. Only he's not bearing gifts and presents anymore.
Christmas can sure scare the dickens out of people.
He's scary yet educational.
I'm just trying to spread a little Yuletide fear.
Are you saying Santa is offing everyone who's naughty and nice?
Nicholas shot him!
You shot Santa?
Run away! Santa's on the loose!
This holiday season,
Ho, ho, ho!
lock your door.
Is this not the greatest Christmas movie of all time? We're not done yet. But is this not the greatest Christmas movie in the history of existence? Has anybody actually not seen this? What does everybody think so far? We'll go over it again, just for people who are not paying attention, because there's a lot to go over here.
Bolt the windows.
Aw, Grandpa got run over by a reindeer.
Everyone stand back. Things are about to get a little messy.
And block the chimney. 'Cause naughty or nice, Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa's sleigh.
Go ahead, kid. Let's see what Santa got you.
I hate you.
All bets are off.
So they didn't actually say who this was starring, but I'm assuming everybody in the chat knows who this is, right? This is WCW's Bill Goldberg. Which is kind of funny because we just watched the Filthy Animals clip, which I wasn't planning on playing, but somebody said Filthy Animals. Yeah, how did nobody guess Santa's sleigh? I mean, this is probably the greatest Christmas classic in the history of existence. Austin MP88 says, I thought it was Joe Biden. Joe Biden is not that jacked, is he? Oh, yeah, or did you mean the older actor? Grandpa got run over by a reindeer. I mean, Santa's sleigh is such an incredible cinematic masterpiece. I mean, I don't know how more people haven't heard of this film. I mean, this is pretty crazy. And who recognized the Fran Dresser cameo? This is Fran Dresser from The Nanny. Who wants to see Bill Goldberg destroy Fran Dresser from The Nanny? I mean, you can't make this stuff up, people. Oh man, Austin MP88 saw it. Yeah, because she doesn't quite look exactly like she did back in the 90s show, but yeah, this is just such a hilarious film. Lord said in the chat, welcome. Scott Hawkins says, wowzer, now I gotta see this movie. You will not be disappointed, my friend. I mean, this is family viewing like you've never seen before. The explosions. Man, he's channeling the Bruce Lee for that sidekick. The fight scenes are actually half decent. And some of the puns and jokes are pretty hilarious. Yeah, that was kind of uncalled for, to kick a dog into a ceiling fan. Yeah, this cinematic masterpiece from 2005 does not disappoint. It does not disappoint. That's the girl from the original Roswell TV series as well. She looks a little different too. That is, I believe, Tess from the original 1999 Roswell TV series. For anybody familiar with that show. Flat Bob says, any other Christmas wrenches you want to try to gift away? I'm surprised nobody's guessed this film. I mean, has anybody seen a cinematic masterpiece quite like this before? Heracles, welcome. I mean, just the insanity of this film. Bill Goldberg as Santa Claus. I mean, this is more creative than anything that's come out of Hollywood in the last 15 years. He's actually a half decent actor. I know a lot of people won't agree with that, but I mean, how many people could pull off a properly jacked, psychotic Santa? I mean, he's just wrecking fools. Santa killing Santas with a burning Christmas tree in the background. Oh man, this is great. Lord Zed says, my favorite Christmas movie is Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Jessica Biel's I'll Be Home for Christmas. That's actually a pretty good one, Lord Zed. I like that one too. Yeah, Jessica Biel was quite underrated as well. She should have done more horror movies. I don't think she's done that many horror movies. Scott says, if I had known that this existed, it would most likely be my favorite Christmas movie, and I would have suggested it. All right, Scott, that's good enough for me. The wrench is yours, my friend. Scott Hawkins got the wrench. I mean, I don't know anybody. So I actually don't know anybody who has seen this movie besides me. But so I don't know if anybody could watch this movie and not have it be their favorite Christmas movie. I mean, it's just so bonkers. It's just so bonkers. I mean, it's just so crazy. All right, all right. All right, let's meet our Alex Jones quota. Let's do a little Alex Jones clip before we continue on tonight. We got some quotas to reach, my friends. We got some quotas. Man, YouTube really does not like Alex Jones. It does not like anyone playing Alex Jones clips. It's kind of weird. Let's see what's going on here. It does not want to let me play it. Well, now I want to play it even more. Give me a second. Might be a little bit more than a second.
I'm not bending spoons, jackass. He's crazy, right? I'm not bending spoons, jackass. These crazy right-wingers think there's a world government forming. I mean, it's just like, what? What? Everyone's like, oh. It's a plan. And I'm angry. I'm not a slave. I've broken the conditioning. It doesn't work on me. I'm primitive. I'm real. I know the enemy. And if we can have this spirit of normal humanity spread, it's over for the globalist. Break the conditioning now. Excuse me. You have a strong will for one who's only lived one life. Ho, 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 teeny Jedi. I love it. We wear fluffy socks. Ice cream. Bring me 15 hookers now and get the drugs ready and take me to the private island. Get the satanic rituals ready. Dark sorcerers, total power. Are you racist? I have ice cream. I have cookies. I have candy, 5-year-old. Puppy, puppy, I have a puppy. You love puppies. I know who the enemy is, and let me tell you, they are vicious wolves who hate you and your family. Enter here at your own risk and doom. Come and drink from the well. Join us. I'm no tough guy, but I couldn't control myself. From my cold, dead hand, you sons of bitches. You got that? I'm sick of it. This is really fun. Let's have this knife fight for no reason, but so a bunch of bankers can try to take over. Let's do this. This is a really great idea. Guns are bad. Men are bad. I'm going to go home and cry tonight because you bossed me around. Oh, I got to do what you say because you're so liberal. You're a flaming fascist piece of trash, control freak, divide and conquer, maggot, failure, piece of crap. Excuse me. I break free of your mind control, filth. Answer the question.
No. Would you stop screaming?
Answer the question. Answer it. Troll alert. Turn in your gun, submit, drink the fluoride, take the vaccine. Ooh, see, no more pain now, no more thinking now. Oh, yes, families are bad. They'll never come together and raise strong children, and then our program will be complete. Thank you, Satan, for all your love. And that's what the combat robots are going to be for, and the surveillance grid and the predictive systems to know when you're going to stand up. I'm Satan, the spirit of the destroyer that is destroying the planet with genetic engineering, mutilating God's creation and vandalizing the human species, the Creator's greatest creation in his image. And my plan is to sell you on destroying yourself and your family and loving death and turning off your survival mechanism and destroying your family so the state and the computer robot age can corner every last one of you and slowly suck the life force out of you into the black of deep space.
I mean, we've talked about this before, but who else is impressed by the thespianism of Alex Jones? I mean, is he not the greatest thespian in the history of mankind? I mean, this is incredible. Who is a better actor than Alex Jones? I mean, you could do Middle Ages, Viking sagas, sci-fi, Star Wars, interdimensional villains. I mean, this guy could play any role ever. I mean, is there any role this guy can't play? I mean, it's just so crazy. I mean, how good of an actor is this guy? I mean, it's just stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Austin MP88 says, I fell asleep listening to the Alex Jones JRE episodes all the time. Oh, welcome, Justin Johnson. Didn't see you sneak in here. Shifty Eyes Shady as well. Oh, Shifty, you responded. I tweeted something earlier about Rihanna actually being this billionaire with more money than Taylor Swift and Beyonce and all these, and Madonna and all these other supposed Illuminati sellouts, but nobody talks about Rihanna. Isn't that kind of weird? And she is on one of the leaked Epstein lists, but yeah, do we need to talk about Rihanna some more? Let's finish this video. Welcome, Denise.
How do we defeat them? Prepare for me to take you. Look at the public. They're so weak. They're just ready to be dominated. It's your fault we gotta kill kids. We're liberal. You're not. Get used to it. I don't care what you think you are. If you think you're a dog or the Easter Bunny or a Keebler elf on PCP from Clandathu. Oh, it's wonderful. I kill my kids. Well, but it's nice to be sweet to babies. I kill my kids. I kill them. I kill them. I kill them. I kill them. I've starved species greater than you. They don't take vaccines either, but you and your children do. Do the right thing. Kill yourself and your children for Big Pharma. The earth belongs to them.
Give the children the vaccines. Watch their eyes dull and give Satan his servings of pain. Disease and cancer spreading. We're liberal. We love you. Please let us control your lives with cashless society and world government. Prepare to corrupt the children further. The world government in Hollywood loves you. Don't listen to these liars. Don't go to InfoWarsStore.com.
I mean, you know, Heil Hitler. And I want us to win, and we're going to, scumbag. Get out of our way. Get out. Get out of our way, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. And at a certain point, you just say, what the hell happened to these people? Yeah, they're like demons from hell, just right on that dimensional line, just trying to get control as fast as they can. These people are not frickin' humans, okay? Hillary Clinton is a goddamn demon. I saw a poop swastika. And I stink and I love Satan. I got a life force. This is a human. This is what we look like. This is what we act like. This is what everybody was like before us. This is what I am. I'm a throwback. I'm here. I've got the fire of human liberty. I'm setting fires everywhere. And humans are turning on everywhere. I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. What do I do, Lord?
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
This is their plan, people. These are demons. I came knocking on your door 1,000,000 times, and you laughed at me. And more blood of the innocent.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter, live from Washington, D.C. today.
Let's finish up. You can't even read off the teleprompter. I'm live in D.C. The D.C. today. I'm in D.C. I'm in D.C. That means I matter. I'm in D.C. I'm in D.C. I'm big. I'm mommy. Look at me on TV. I lie for the big foreign Chinese government.
I mean, shill or not, I mean, Alex is hilarious. Shill or not, I mean, this guy's funny. I mean, this is pretty hilarious. I mean, him making fun, I mean, it's not hard to make fun of the Stetzler, whatever this goof's name is. I mean, look at this goof. I mean, look at there's no mental processing behind those eyes.
Sorry, let's back him up again. Start from the beginning, sorry. High marks with Beelzebub for that.
Look, we came, we saw, we died.
We're gonna break your will, Hillary. We already have.
We came.
They have sexual rituals, some of the most ancient Egyptian rituals, where they believe they are possessed by entities, basically space aliens. When you're I don't believe this. Let's be clear. When you look at John Kerry, though, and his tomb mate, George W. Bush, and the rest of them, these are people that had gay sex hundreds of times in coffins, begging for spiritual entities to possess them. He's the real man. Look at him. He's got his eyes kind of narrowed, like, he's kind of, I'm a CNN reporter. Whoa, James Bond. No one can stop him. Like, he's kind of, I'm a CNN reporter. Whoa, James Bond.
Alex making fun of people. It's just so hilarious. Why is it so funny? I don't know why. I mean, look at him. I mean, he's almost like the conspiracy. In certain ways, he's kind of like a I mean, he's pretty physical. But I mean, I don't know if I would say he's as physical as Jim Carrey. But some of the over-the-top facial expressions and just, I mean, he's a little bit Jim Carrey-esque in certain comedic moments. It's just, he's just so funny.
No one can stop him. Powerful, manly, strong. He will teach you. Let's go back to Mr. Stilted on CNN. Here it is. What do I do, Lord?
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
This is their plan, people. These are demons.
Wear us out.
Hey, pause.
What will you...
See, wear us out. They're trying to, how would I tell you? They're trying to break our will and wear us out. Do I look worn out, boy? You look worn out. I bet your family are a bunch of soft, cowardly, ugly-looking people. I don't mean that to be mean, but you know what? You want to wear us out? You look like a pile of dishonorable trash. People like you didn't found this country. You can't fight your way out of a wet paper bag, scumbag. It's why you went and found the most evil organization you could and groveled to it. Because weak people grovel at the altar of evil. Well, guess what? I don't. And I see you. Continue. We're free! We're breaking the conditioning! Yeah! And this is where we get tested. So rejoice to God Almighty for this animating contest of liberty. You know what? I will go to hell before I sit here and I watch this country and the world turned over to these savages. I'm done, I'm pissed, and I'm not putting up with it anymore. You Satanists want to sacrifice the West. You want to kill the beautiful goddess that is the West. You people are enemies, and we're going to get your asses, and we know what you're up to, and we're coming for you. So I've had enough of these people. Okay, so I've been containing this for the last week. That's why I've been in here sweating, getting pissed. Because I can't handle it no more. So I'd rather just be attacked straight up, Joe. Give it all to me. Come on. Then man, I really like Alex Jones. He's a really good guy. He's a little bit funny guy. You think I'm stupid? There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding-dong. And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen. I never sucked any ding-dongs. But I'll tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking garden hose.
Didn't you already tell Der Spiegel that?
No, the son of a bitch walked in there in my own office when I'd splattered stuff on myself and I was changing shirts. He goes, oh, that's a good shot. Let's get your shirts. And then he goes, I go, hey, have some of this chicken and sausage. So technically I said, Jones offered me his sausage. Yeah, give me a break, you son of a bitch. I like women, not men. And if I like men, I'd be proud of it. I'd have a line of them. But I ain't ever been in bed with no man. I've been in bed with probably 300 women. And you sons of bitches sit there and you play these games, and I'm sick of it. Little bottom TVs, bitch, tell me that. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
Alex Jones should release albums. I mean, a cover album featuring Jones would be legendary. He should also do WAP.
Now they look up to some twit instead of looking up to Thomas Jefferson or looking up to Nikola Tesla or looking up to Magellan. I mean, kids, Magellan's a lot cooler than Justin Bieber. He circumnavigated with one ship the entire planet. He was killed by wild natives before they got back to Portugal. And when they got back, there was only like 11 people alive of the 200 and something crew, and the entire ship was rotting down to the waterline. That's destiny. That's will. That's striving. That's being a trailblazer and explorer. Going into space, mathematics, quantum mechanics, the secrets of the universe. It's all there. Life is fiery with its beauty. It's incredible detail. Tuning into it. They want to shut your mind talking about Justin Bieber.
Welcome back to Reliable Sources. I'm Brian Stelter, live from Washington, D.C. today. All I have today are questions. Maybe you do too. Will President Trump...
No, all I'm going to do is lie all day. I don't have questions. It isn't a question. He comes right out and says it's verifiably a lie that this is all scientific. He opens up an area of your brain that's of questions where you're open and looking. Then he tells you he's absolutely a fraud, lying to you constantly. All of this is written by psych warfare chiefs, little chicken neck psychiatrists behind the scenes, flapping their fingers, you know, hoping to screw America over because they'll be manly someday if they can just dominate those big men they see at the grocery store and driving those big trucks. They scare them. So, if I can just dominate the other men on the modern battlefield, scare them. So, scare them. So, if I can just dominate, scare them. So, if I can just dominate the scare them. So, if I could just dominate the other men on the modern battlefield, scare them. So, if I could just dominate the other men on the modern battlefield, here, let me type like they do. Here you go. Because they're so scared. Oh God, the Midwest men, I've got guns. Oh my God. And more blood on the other side. Sell the baby parts. Arrest the reporters that expose we're keeping babies alive. Eat the hospitals with their bodies. Have the Pepsi taste testing systems be based on fetal tissue. All demonic systems. Genetically engineer all the crops. Overthrow creation. More blood. That's Hillary.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy.
She goes, I ain't no ways tired. I ain't no green gardening. I mean, it sounds like the Beverly Hillbillies granny tripled. I mean, you can't even understand. I ain't no ways tired. I mean,
who wants to see an Alex Jones hillbilly zombie movie? Can you imagine Alex Jones as a hillbilly zombie? I mean, that would be phenomenal. Or Alex Jones as Bigfoot. Hillbilly Bigfoot. I am Iron Scat. Welcome. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Can you imagine if I, like, say, went to Oklahoma, because that's really where the Clampetts are supposedly from, and I walked in and I went, Ming-gong, rang, rang, I mean, what did the Ming-gong, rang, Ming-gong, Oklahoma, Ming-gong, Ming-gong, rang, rang, Oklahoma. Ding-dong, rang, rang, I mean, what the hell is wrong with these people? She's sleeps in the same room with that creepy weirdo woman, Uma Abedin, whose mother wears a hood over her head and writes top articles in the world promoting cutting women's genitals off? What the hell? That woman, number one's ugly and evil. But imagine if you're like, oh, what does your mom do? Oh, she's a top genital mutilation pusher. I'd be like, whoa, get the hell away from me. Again, but Hillary's into like creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. Just disgusting with flies all over her, big, fat, stinking dick. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. You can't wash that evil off, man. Now, there it is, the gay bomb. Look it up for yourself. I mean, this is what they're... What do you think tap water is? It's a gay bomb, baby. And I'm not saying people didn't naturally have homosexual feelings. I'm not even getting into it, quite frankly. I mean, give me a break. You think I'm like, oh, shocked by it, so I'm up here bashing it because I don't like gay people? I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frog, that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap. Serious crap. I'm sick of being social engineered. It's not funny.
Alex is pretty funny, though. Did everybody enjoy the comedy hours? Justin Johnson says, Bill Hicks on roller Can you imagine? Well, Alex Jones should have been the announcer for Roller Jam. I think we talked about that. I mean, can you imagine Roller Jam with Alex Jones as some kind of announcer, commissioner, Vince McMahon type figure? Like, getting actively involved in everything going on? Alright, let me play my favorite Alex Jones clip.
Walk out of a restaurant. A restaurant and they're having a biker rally, and it wasn't like a nice biker. Walk out of a restaurant and they're having a biker rally, and it wasn't like a nice biker rally. Most rallies are nice people. It was like thug wannabes rode up with a motorcycle and were revving it, looking at me, and I was thinking, okay, all right, that guy's taking his helmet off. I'm going to punch him in the throat the minute he tries to get up and do something, and then I'm going to assault those next three guys. Then they'll probably pull a weapon. I need to take that. I mean, that's what I'm thinking whenever something like that's going on. I can't help it. I'm thinking, all right, I'm ready to kill. I mean, that's just how I am. And I'm thinking, all right, okay, instantly assess these guys. These are probably ex-con, real criminals. I've got my 3 kids here. I'm a white guy. That gives me, just turbo dinosaur power. And I'm thinking, control yourself. Don't have a fight unless you've absolutely got to. The man in me is ready to take them all on. And gosh, you know what I'm talking about out there, don't you? Yeah, you scum. I hate gang members and filth. And it has nothing to do with black people. I'm a white guy. But I will stomp your head in if you start a fight with me, you thug scum.
Wow. Turbo dinosaur power. Is that a patented Alex Jones phrase? Turbo dinosaur power. Austin MP88. Alex says 1v1 he can't fight, but if he's jumped, he's unstoppable. Well, you know what's kind of crazy? Like, I would kind of believe that. Like, if he goes berserker mode. Berserker mode, Alex Jones. I mean, would you want to deal with a guy with the energy level of Jones? Not to mention, he's carrying quite a bit of weight. Like, he might not have technique on his side, but when he just goes into berserker mode with that amount of weight, that amount of mass, And he's actually pretty fast, too. I mean, he's crazy fast. He used to be jacked. Yes, he did, if that was really him. Flat Bob says once he goes zzz, he cannot be stopped except by Seagal. I like how we have to add the Seagal exception to everything. Now that's something, you know, that would be worth good money. Can you imagine if Seagal and Jones got mad at each other and it was time to throw down? I actually think Jones might be able to last more than a second. Who thinks Alex Jones can last more than 1 second against Seagal? I mean, let's look at the just the physical prowess of the physical specimen that is Alex Jones. So, this guy apparently flipped him off in the street, but look at Alex Jones's physical prowess here.
Yesterday,
I mean, there's not a lot of people that can move like Alex Jones. I wonder how good Alex Jones would be at fighting if Seagal trained him.
in unison, all the newspapers said the stock market's going to plunge.
Look at the physical capabilities of Jones here.
In total globalist economic. You're a fake and a fraud.
Look at that. He crossed the street in less than a second. I mean, look how fast he got in front of that punk kid.
You're a fraud.
I mean, look, that's a whole street. That 2 seconds. He crossed an entire. That looks like a New York City style street. That's a big street in 2 seconds, and ends up in front of the guy. The NFL is lucky Jones didn't become a football player. I mean, look at this. Look at the speed. Look at the speed of this guy. The other guy's running too. I mean, he closed that distance. Like, he's faster than that boss in the background. I mean, look at that. He crossed that street faster than that boss. Flat Bob says that running technique looks like Seagal. Eric Lee says he would have closed that distance a bit quicker with the Seagal system. Alright, let's compare. We need to do a side-by-side, don't we? We need to do a side-by-side technical analysis of Seagal's running technique versus alright, we got a couple different angles here. I mean, let's properly analyze Seagal's running technique here. So we could see what's going on. Oh man, look at that guy fearing for his life. This is a good expression of what happens when Seagal is after you. I mean, that guy didn't even have to act. I mean, Seagal just started going after him. Flabop says Seagal's a little more closed in, whereas Jones is flinging his arms out a bit. I mean, okay, so let's do the side by side here. So here we have the one and only Seagal, and here we have Jones. We have multiple angles of Seagal, but there's only one angle of Jones here. So let's see here. Well, Jones also, was that a newspaper? Jones is actually, his running style looks so clumsy, but somehow he just like moves at warp speed.
You're faking a fraud.
Yes, Seagal's definitely a bit more relaxed. You're faking a fraud. No energy wasted. You're faking a fraud. I mean, but see the way that Jones holds his hand though. Look at Jones's right hand here. He's nowhere near as relaxed as Seagal. Like look at Seagal's floppy wrists here. I mean, look at that flop. Like, just effortless. I mean, look at that flop on Seagal. I mean, let's look here. Look at the flop on Seagal versus the rigidity of Jones's wrist. I mean, this is what really separates the men from the boys here. I mean, Seagal is unparalleled in his running technique. Like I said before, Usain Bolt is counting his lucky stars that Seagal did not become involved in track and field. Because Bolt would have gotten nowhere. He would have no records. Justin Johnson said I'd outrun them both. I don't know about that. I'm not sure anybody could outrun Steven Seagal. G Reggio says, imagine if they hadn't cut his legs at the ankles back when they switched. Justin Johnson says, Seagal was in his prime here. I mean, I don't know. Isn't his Aikido better today than back then? I mean, he's definitely in his running prime back then. Or maybe even a little after. Who knows? Because he was already in his 30s here, wasn't he? So yeah, and in Jones is up there in age here. Wasn't he in like his mid-40s around in this particular clip here? I mean, we don't really know his true age, but let's continue here. I mean, look at Seagal here. Effortless closing of the distance by Seagal. So Jones appears not to have that great technique. But he just closes the distance so fast. I mean, that young punk didn't stand a chance. I mean, Jones was in front of him in his face in less than 2 seconds.
You're faking a fraud.
Speed here. I mean, look at the wrist flop of Seagal, even when he's just jogging. Even when he's not going full speed. Look how relaxed Seagal is. Look at that wrist flop. I mean, that's incredible. That's just absolutely incredible. And he's even got that effortless technique running straight uphill up that mountain. I mean, look at those relaxed wrists. I mean, that is just absolutely legendary running technique from the one and only Steven Seagal. Keep in mind, again, tomorrow we do have 27 hours of Steven Seagal streaming planned for Steven Seagal Receipts, the great one himself. Les Xylophone says Forrest Gump got them both. Maybe in endurance, not in technique. Alright. So let's move on here. What's next on the agenda? What else do we have to go over? You guys want to see some Roller Jam, of course. But other than Roller Jam, is there anything else we're gonna go over right now? We always close with some Roller Jam. Flat Bob wants more Christmas wrenches handed out. Do we need more contests for Christmas wrenches? Alright, hold on a second. Let's see. Alright, hold on. I don't know if I have any more quizzes for anybody. Flat Bob really wants that wrench. Everybody wants a wrench. If that... Yeah, but it's got to be for an occasion. Nobody gets them for no reason. I forgot what Justin Johnson got to get the wrench, but Justin says he deserves it. Well, I didn't say he didn't deserve it, but there should be some kind of inciting incident for wrench delivery. Austin MP88 says Jim Carrey being a satanic serial killer possibly involved in the Benoit trial. Is that a real theory? Christopher Allen says, while you're handing them out, I'd take one. Alright, hold on a second. Wait, was the Jim Carrey theory real, or are you just screwing around? Silver Bear says it's like an Oprah car giveaway. Oh, man. Okay, so... Oh, seriously? Austin MP88 says it was on Reddit and a small podcast that had 2 episodes, so not 1, but 2. Oh, Flapop says, I was your first member. I'm the second most gifter of memberships, and I guessed 1 out of the top 3 Christmas movies on your list. Yeah, that's a good point. Alright, what a succinct case given by Mr. Flatbob. Handed out some Christmas presents tonight on Christmas Eve. Well, there is a number 23 Jim Carrey rabbit hole, that's for sure. Man, yeah, Jim Carrey looks like he just got fried by Hollywood. I mean, Carrey looks weird nowadays. That one interview he did on the fashion show, who remembers that one? I mean, let's watch that one. He looks kind of really MK Ultra for it. Yeah, I'll put it up in a second for anybody who remembers it.
Say Jim Carrey. Yes.
What?
I've covered a lot of fashion Fashion Weeks, this is the first time I've run into Jim Carrey. Wait, tell me, is it true you're wandering the streets? You need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
I mean, you got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons,
in
boy, that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
So he just told the interviewer he doesn't believe that she exists. However, there's a wonderful fragrance in the air. Who remembers this? Does anybody remember this? I mean, he came out here totally MK Ultra whacked out. Austin MP 88 says he improvised a neck slit in Dumb and Dumber when his co-star died by slashing his own throat. Charles Rocket got an SNL gig or something before Carrey did. I don't know if I remember that one. But who remembers this interview with Jim Carrey? This was around 2017. I mean, he's totally MK Ultra'd out here.
It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha!
Artistry, you're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut her down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality.
So, were those just like fractured altars or something? Justin Johnson says the all-mocking tongue as well. Austin MP88 says, I remember this one, he did the triangle symbol a lot. GG Reggio says, yeah, the OP or whoever was weaving the premise definitely knew some expletive. I totally forgot about it with directors and writers and so many shenanigans lining up. It was on Reddit, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely do another episode in the Benoit series. I'll get the Benoit episodes back up soon as well. Justin says he's doing the 666 right now. That was kind of weird though. It's like his I don't know if those were just altars that just popped out.
Beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't.
Was that
get
an accident?
dressed up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
There's just things happening. And there are clusters of tetrahedrons moving around together.
Okay.
Yes.
So what?
Clusters of tetrahedrons. I'm not sure I've ever heard that before to describe realities. Clusters of tetrahedrons. So a tetrahedron is a three-dimensional shape with 4 triangular faces, 6 edges, and 4 vertices. So basically a pyramid. The Illuminati pyramid. Very interesting that he chose that phrase is it not? Very, very interesting. Who thinks it's weird? Okay, so two things here. Who thinks it's weird that more celebrities don't kind of have these meltdowns? And not that there aren't a lot, but would we expect there to be even more than there are? Austin MP88 says they said he took over the LA Satanic chapter for Scorsese. Interesting.
What's happening in our world right now? Because there is a lot of news that actually is relevant that's not that
Here's
uplifting.
the thing. It's not our world.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh. None
That's
of
the
this is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. World.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter. We don't matter.
Oh, wow.
There's the good news.
Okay.
World.
None
That's
of this
the
is
key.
real?
Nope.
So you're just passing
We don't
through.
matter.
So, how does everybody explain this? Is this just some kind of altar breaking through? And how many altars would Jim Carrey have from MK Ultra programming? I mean, this really was just truly, truly bizarre. I mean, there's a couple of these out there from various celebrities, but I mean, would we expect there to be more than there are, though? Or are there just a lot more handlers that we don't know about, and he just escaped his handler for the night? Did he somehow get away from his handler as he crashed this fashion show? Because who's gonna not let him in? Because I'm assuming he wasn't on the guest list. But I mean, who's gonna deny him entry? So was he somewhere else? Illuminati party, whatever, some kind of one of these satanic Illuminati parties, and then he just walked out of the party. His handler lost sight of him for a moment, and he just drove around, ended up here. I mean, what's the backstory of how he ended up here? Because I think that would be pretty telling. What does everybody else think? I mean, yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Without knowing the backstory here, how can we figure out what led to this? And I mean, again, you can almost find at least one interview for almost every major A-list celebrity where there's either glitches or they just say some really weird things like fractured altars. So it's not really rare, but on the other hand, I mean, are their handlers just that good at keeping them corralled and reined in at all times to the point where it doesn't happen even more often? Alright, so, if there's no more final questions, I'm not going to round this out with some Roller Jam. I'm actually going to play the full opening scene from Santa's Sleigh, the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Just to get everybody in the spirit. The spirit of Christmas. So, quite a wild stream tonight, as always. You never know. Never know where all of this is gonna go. Does anybody have any questions, points, anything? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Heracles says, Bruce, was this anywhere near the time of his girlfriend's self-exit? Let me double check that. I think it was 20. So I think this fashion interview was 2017. So this was Fashion Week, September 2017. I forgot all about his girlfriend. Wasn't there more than one that there was some kind of an issue with? There was one a really long time ago, and then one recent. Let me double check here. So that, no, that was September 28th, 2015. So that was 2 years prior. She was found dead from a prescription drug overdose. Interesting. Huh. There was also, yeah, a wrongful death lawsuit as well. Because supposedly Carrie illegally obtained and distributed prescription drugs that were involved in her death. Huh. Her mother filed that wrongful death suit against Carrie. Wow. Totally forgot about that, huh. It's actually kind of crazy, though, because supposedly Jim Carrey is an anti-injection guy. He actually called California Governor Jerry Brown a corporate fascist after legislation on injections, disallowing religious and philosophical exemptions from injections. That's kind of crazy. He practices transcendental meditation, advocate of the law of attraction and all of that. I wonder if that's causing certain fragmentation, because he's messing, is like meditation, transcending, etc. I wonder if it's interfering with MK Ultra programming. Yeah, we need to do a Jim Carrey deep dive. Definitely need to do a Jim Carrey deep dive. Oh wow, Austin MP88 says Carrey had a few people near him commit self-deletion, I think, and in 23, I think 5 or so. Well, that's a lot for 1 year. Wow. Huh. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. But again, within Illuminati and occult circles, supposedly, if you want to achieve the highest levels of fame and fortune, you have to somehow agree to various sacrifices, whatever they might be. Solar Bear says that's Clinton type level. Wow. Alright. Any other points here before we round out the show? On Christmas Eve 2024. Always entertaining. We never know where we're going to go. So, hope everybody has a great night, great holiday. And here is the thrilling opening scene from Santa's Sleigh, the greatest Christmas film of all time.
I better get a Kate Spade bag this year. And none of that shopping mall chain store shit.
Settle for nothing less than Prada, girls.
Gwen?
Also, that's Rebecca Gayheart there. I mean, they got quite the cast for this one. You got Fran Dresser and Rebecca Gayheart. And the one and only Bill Goldberg. I mean, what a crazy cast. What a crazy cast.
Don't be telling my kids that. I'm trying to teach them some values. You getting Kate Spade?
Hey. What does Gwenny want from big old Santa?
Just a faithful husband.
What's the second thing she wants?
You know what I'm thinking, Angel?
What, darling?
I was thinking, dear God, don't let this bird taste like a shoe like it did last year.
And how did they get James Caan? Or James Caan, however you pronounce that. Can? I mean, this... the cast that they got for this is insane.
Let it be tender and moist, just for once.
Yeah, moist. That would be nice. It's called foreplay.
I don't want to screw the bird. I want to eat it.
I swear to you, she dehydrated this turkey from Thanksgiving.
Silly Scribbles. You try it.
Scribbles.
One potato.
Oh, Virginia.
Two potato.
Oh, that's a good one.
Three potato.
Let's dig in.
Listen, you half a fag. I'll stick this fork in your eye. Why don't you beg Santa for a pair of balls?
Beth, say grace.
Dear Lord, thank you for the bountiful food that you've provided for us, and that our loving family can be together this Christmas. Also, thank you for not making us poor or Samoan. Thank you for Mexican pharmaceuticals, the latest M class, and that those that are less fortunate work harder. My stocking.
Santa?
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus.
Who are you? What are you doing?
You want some?
that's the opening scene. So if there was any doubt that this was not the greatest Christmas movie of all time, I think that doubt has been answered. I'm sure everybody will be rushing to watch this, and we can discuss it on the next live. Scott asks, where can I find this movie online? I don't know, just search for it. I mean, it's kind of an older movie. You might be able to find it for free online somewhere. So, Flat Bob says we should have a watch party. Well, it's a Seagal Christmas, maybe. Oh, man. I don't know when we'd fit that in. I mean, we're doing 20 plus. We're doing 24 to 20. I think it's 27 hours of Seagal tomorrow. So I don't know where we can fit that in. But we'll see. And, yeah. So, have a great holiday, everybody, on Christmas Eve 2024. If you want to help support the podcast, you can donate to our PayPal. Just check the link in the description. Make sure you're subscribed, like, and share to our Facebook, Reddit, Patreon. This is Bruce McGuire signing off. Catch you guys next time. Ho, ho, ho.